Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, in the house Ocho Cinco and Hoosier Oregon State Beavers. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Beavers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Wisconsin's offense takes the field for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged.
And he breaks into the open. At the 30, the 20, the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Badgers.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with an electrifying 77-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Beavers offense has the ball for the first time. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's got him in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
From the gun, running back on the move. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And he makes the grab at the 20. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has him set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
In college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Wisconsin, 14-4. State, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Badgers getting that pass rush from the second level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys that are tough guys, but one thing you have to have at Wisconsin for defense, versatility when you play linebacker.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they got him for the sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
You face this offense, they're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing up.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Badger! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the 1st quarter, for goodness sakes.
Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Beavers line up to punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll throw it on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently. Quickly complete.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
29 Philly, 2-0.
The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback will audible. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Try to get it on the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Go straight ahead. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone.
Oregon State, 0.
And he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Beavers will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Now Badger. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The kickoff team is out there, and after giving up a punt return for the score, this offense needs to do some work. Here he comes with the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
A lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon.
And that pass is intercepted. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick. And they'll go on offense from the 21. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's right on target.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Let's go.
Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 9.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Sweet feet on the move. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Barely scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Unleashes it on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Beavers send out the punt unit. The punt is headed out of bounds, and they couldn't be happier about that, given the danger of that return guy. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Got a lot of running room. Running inside the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown! Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did.